Hey everybody, this is Greg Ryder, and I'm the CEO of Angel Investors Network, and we help entrepreneurs raise capital, business plans, financing models, and teach them exactly how to get the money that they need and they want to put their dream into action. Think of it like Shark Tank. So we want to get you prepared so if and when you get on Shark Tank, or if and when you get in front of an actual check writer, you say the right things, you present the right things, and you actually get funded. And that's on one side. On the flip side, we have a huge network of investors, and we actually teach investors investment strategies, alternative investment strategies, and we network and we pool our money together to invest in entrepreneurs. So if you get to that point to where you have a great deal and you're looking for money, we may want to look at it. But until you go through the training and have your stuff ready, we won't even look at your deal. So with that being said, I'm starting this little webinar series where the last video I did was called the 7 Secrets to Raising Capital. I'm trying to give you, I gave an overview of what those 7 secrets were. And today I want to go deep on secret number 1. Now let me say this, secret number one is not necessarily number 1. It's not necessarily in this order, but in this case it could be very well. So secret number 1 was commitment. Investors want to see that you're 100% committed, 100% sold out committed. And it's really, really important and a huge issue that you say the right things and we ask subtle questions to find out if you're committed. And I can't tell you how important this is, but let me give you one little story to share with you. So I was speaking at an event one day on marketing and investing. And I met a gentleman, and this gentleman was the CEO, president of a billion-dollar division of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And we started talking about, somehow commitment came up, and he goes, wow, Greg, I got the most interesting thing is we spent over $1 million studying our executive management and general managers and commitment levels. And it was astounding. So over a year's period of time, he did this elaborate study, spent $1 million, and this is what he told me, and it's kind of hard to believe these numbers, but he said they found out that there were levels of commitment, and if somebody was 70% committed by their own words, right, they had like a 2% chance of succeeding and hitting the ball out of the park. If they had if they said they were 80% committed, they had a 4% chance, and if they were 90% committed, they had a 15% chance. Now again, those numbers seem astonishingly low, so who knows what they were. The point is that there's levels of commitment, and if you are 70% committed, if you're 80% committed, your chance of success are nil to none. And as an investor who writes checks along with other investors, if we sense that you're only 70 or 80 or even 90% committed, that's a killer. It's a killer. So you've got to let us know that you're 100% committed and you're completely sold out. I like that poker term, in Texas Hold'em. That poker term is you're all in. It's like, you're pushing all your chips in and you're all in. That's what we want to see. We want to see that you're all in. So, and think about this too. The minute that you take that first check from one investor, the commitment level and your responsibilities go to a whole different level, right? Because now it's not your money anymore, it's somebody else's money. And when you take somebody else's money, we hope and want you to take that very, very seriously, because that's their hard-earned capital and they've trusted you and believed in you. And once you take that check, you want to do that. So I say that with this caveat as well. That when you take a check from an investor and you do this, that I want you to keep in mind that you're now committed to going down a path of raising money from investors. And when you're committed to going down a path of raising money for investors, you must finish the task. No matter what, never give up, make it happen, do that. So wave in the background, Sweta. So you're committed to taking that check. Now, I also want you to know that when you get educated and you know what's going on, there are other places, other things that you can do to get money. You don't necessarily have to raise money from investors. You have to get the capital, but there's a lot of different ways to get capital. Plus, there's different ways to structure to get that capital that are going to make it a little bit better or easier on you and the investor. So keep that in mind. So again, we want you to be committed. We want you to get educated. We want you to know what's going on. And let me tell you one of my favorite questions that I ask. Now, if you can visualize, here I am. I'm like 23 years old. I'm sitting across from investors. Now, if you don't know, I was the youngest owner of an investment bank in the history of the country when I was like 21, 22 years old, and I raised millions and millions of dollars every week for somebody. And people were always coming to me wanting me to raise money for them. That was back when I had my broker-dealer and my license, and we were actually an investment banking firm and doing that. And one of the questions that I came to ask entrepreneurs was this: how much money have you invested in your deal? And I wanted to find out that. So, and then I would ask them, how much money do you have? Like, if you have money in savings, do you have CDs, do you have cars, do you have this, do you have that, whatever do you have? And I would want to get that thing. And you know, that's relative for everybody, because a lot of entrepreneurs, they put all their money in and they do that. Then I would ask them, how much money have you raised from your friends and family? How much money have your friends and family put in? And if they said to me, oh, Greg, I would never ask my friends and family to put money in the deal, then I would say to them, well, why would you expect me to get my friends and family and clients in the deal? So we're done. Because that's a level of commitment that just doesn't happen, right? And so I want people to be so comfortable, so confident, so committed that they would ask their friends and family to invest. They would, now whether they invest or not, that's a whole different story, and how they present it, because you don't want to lose, you know, family members over an investment. But you better ask them, and you better show your commitment to ask them. So that's a crucial question of what you're doing. So keep that in mind, that when you're meeting with an investor and you're looking for that money, you've got to express through all kinds of different nuances that you're 100% committed and sold out, and you'll have a good time. So that's secret number one, commitment. Now in secret number two, we're going to talk about, is it worth it? Can you provide the returns to an investor? So look for that next video. And in the meantime, if you really need the help, you're serious about raising capital, you want to get going, then I want you to go to angelmoneybootcamp.com, and we do webinars from time to time, and you can check out our webinars and see what services and stuff that we offer for you. So this is Greg Rutter saying, do what I do, wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. This is to your, we want to see you succeed, to your success. Have a great day, everybody.